I'm Jennifer Sanasi. It's the 23rd of February, and you're watching News 24 Live. Well, the 2015 Oscars have come and gone, all while you were sleeping, but you're in luck. Joining me in studio is Woman 24's fashion and beauty editor, Marisa Kraus, and we're going to take you through all of the best and worst moments that you maybe missed. Did you enjoy watching the show?
Definitely, it was amazing. And the red carpet really, everyone did really well.
Did you think it was good this time?
Yes, much better than before.
Well, there were some
boring ones, yeah.
People, but we'll get to
We'll
that
talk to them about
in
it.
just a moment. Now, the award show opened with Neil Patrick Harris, and I was super excited because I think he's just an amazing host, but it was the first time he hosted the Oscars. What did you think of his performance?
I think his comedic timing was just perfect. I mean, he was just brilliant, and I loved him in his underpants.
Yeah, I think everyone loved him in his underpants. He actually opened the show with this quote: "Tonight we honor the best and the whitest." Sorry, I mean brightest. So that was a funny little jab there.
Yes, very much.
And then followed up with an epic musical number joined by Anna Kendrick and Jack Black on stage. Now, I want to talk about him in his underwear. He was, I guess, trying to imitate that scene from
Birdman. Birdman,
From
actually,
Birdman,
yes.
sorry, from Birdman. I was quite surprised. You don't usually see people stripping down to their underwear
I know.
at the Oscars.
I mean, you usually think of the Oscars. I mean, it's such a big tradition, and it's always like sometimes this kind of humor you don't know if it will work or not, but I think he pulled it off.
He can just
Definitely.
do anything.
Yes.
Hey, now there was
brilliant.
one moment in his opening number where he was singing about no one being drunk and bitter, and they actually cut to Benedict Cumberbatch drinking out of a flask, mouthing "go away." That just makes for a perfect meme. So if you haven't seen it yet, do yourself a favor and get on Twitter. Now, my second favorite moment was when John Legend and Common accepted their award for Best Original Song for Glory from Selma.
Oh, yes.
And their speech was so emotional, being credited as one of the best speeches from the night, and they actually performed it as well. And David Oyelowo, who plays Martin Luther King Jr., actually was brought to tears. So,
I can understand why it's such a powerful song.
and such a powerful performance. People on Twitter this morning are in awe of that performance. Gawker wrote, "The Oscars aren't even over, but John Legend and Common are tonight's standout performance." And Khloe Kardashian even chimed in.
Of course she did.
She said, "I'm so happy for John Legend and Common. What a powerful performance. Fantastic." Now, I know you were saying earlier Oprah probably even cried.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, a lot of the winners last night used their speeches to address social and political issues. You were mentioning one that really touched you.
I love Patricia Arquette's in her speech at the end, where she won for Best Supporting Actress. She addressed the issue of women still not being paid equal to men.
Yeah.
So, and they also said one of the best reactions of the night was basically Meryl Streep reacting to this, and she was just like, yes, someone finally said it. So I think that was really great, and it's great that these actors are using this platform, which is a massive platform, to address these social issues.
A lot of people using their platform last night to address issues. I want to talk about Graham Moore. He's the writer of The Imitation Game, and he used his speech to speak about suicide, actually admitting that he tried to commit suicide when he was young. Wanting to make, I guess, all the young people out there know if they have these thoughts, they're not alone. And
I know, that was so great.
Yeah.
I mean, it really addresses that campaign, like, It Gets Better. I mean, that was such a well-done campaign last year and the year before. So I think this is a great way, I mean, to tell young kids, like, you will fit in somewhere. You just might not know it yet, but you will someday.
It was really touching.
Yeah.
The Oscars. So Neil Patrick Harris, all those beautiful speeches, and my last favorite moment, maybe because I'm a little bit mean, was Jennifer Lopez and Luciano Duval showing up in pretty much the same dress.
Yes,
now, that
basically. I mean, for me, Jennifer Lopez, she's definitely my best of the night. And that was unfortunate, but I mean, she still owned it. She wore Elisabeth Couture, which was just fantastic. And I think it's quite a different look for her in a way, because she always goes for like this sex pot, like siren look that's like very form-fitting dresses. But this was a bit, you know, more like a princess ball gown with still quite a lot of cleavage, like very low cut, But yeah, I just think she wowed, and her makeup and hair was also just very plain and simple. You know, so the dress could be the real star of the night.
She hits the mark every time, and it's
I
interesting
know.
that you picked her as best dressed when she showed up in almost the same dress as someone else.
I
How does that
know.
even happen?
I don't know. I mean, they're supposed to plan these things, but I'm sure the designer, you know, this was maybe a bit of a, you know,
They weren't the exact same dress.
Yes.
They weren't the exact same
Yes.
dress.
Okay, so another one of my best dressed, Behati Prinsloo, the Namibian beauty. Wow, I just...
She just looked like a smoking hot...
I know, and it's so unexpected. I don't even know why she was there exactly. But, I mean, she and her husband looked dashing, but she wore like the trend of the night that seemed to be berry lips. And then with this Armani gown, beautiful, like encrusted.
velvety red.
So stunning, yes. So from head to toe also, she had her hair tied back, which a lot of actresses also did, with the berry lips and then the red, it's kind of like a two-piece dress. But yeah, it was just stunning. And you could see all the work that went into this gown. Beautiful beading. And then lastly, for my best dressed, I love Julianne Moore's dress. I know it's very simple. We saw a lot of white on the red carpet. But I just thought she always looks so effortlessly stylish. Doesn't matter, she can wear anything. She loves to go for Chanel, and I was quite surprised that she went for Chanel this time.
Why?
I don't know. I thought she would opt for something like a little bit more glamorous, like an Armani Privé dress or so, a bit more flowy with a bit of feathers, something like that.
Yeah.
But she went for a sleek, you know, like boob tube cut dress. But yes, it was haute couture amazingness.
I'm so happy she finally won an Oscar.
I know, she really deserves it.
Yeah.
I mean, when we were watching it in studio, at work here this morning, we were all clapping because we were just so happy, like finally she won. Because she's so talented. And then for worst dressed, I really didn't like Nicole Kidman's dress. It was this light yellow dress. I just looked at it and I just thought, yuck. Which is quite mean.
That is quite mean. But I'm surprised she wore that.
Yes, I mean,
Usually
the color with her hair and her skin tone, it just washes her out completely. She just looked so, I don't know, so drab, and it was just so boring. And it had a bit of red, you know, like in the middle, but I just think that made it even worse.
Yeah.
So I think she should go, like if she wore something like a deep green or red, you know, that would have really brought out her hair and her eyes, but yeah, I don't know.
She didn't go that way.
No, and then another one is Felicity Jones. She usually has, I mean, she's quite new to the red carpet, but she usually makes good choices, and I expected her to make a really good choice this time. But like I expected her to wear a Giambattista Valli dress. But then she opted for this really poofy silk dress that
Why are so many people wearing those poofy dresses?
I don't know. I think
lately?
it's so old-fashioned, and it's for these young actresses. They must, you know, add just something different. That's not always these massive gowns. Go for something. I don't know. Like there's so many choices.
Yeah.
To
Something
choose
more
from.
sleek
Such
and
great
elegant
designers.
and
Exactly.
That shows your age.
Yes, because this I can understand this kind of dress on a bit of a more mature actress, but I don't know, her gown really was a bit sad.
And now I think this is the worst of the worst. Solange Knowles.
I know.
What was that? It looks like she wrapped herself in material.
Exactly, like it was basically a polo neck with the kind of cape vibe and loose fitting trousers. I don't know, it's very weird, and it's like a silk.
Yeah.
So I don't know, her makeup I liked, but I can't say that I liked anything else about her outfit.
At least you liked the makeup.
Yes, that was pretty good. But no,
and
then,
even the color.
Yes, no, and I mean Solange makes such good choices off the red carpet, but her last few red carpet appearances, I don't know, it just
Weren't
left
very
me, yes. And then I have one really boring one. Dakota Johnson, like after 50 Shades of Grey, I kind of wanted her to do something, like fun and out there and sexy, obviously. She opted for this red dress.
It was boring.
It was very boring. Like it's pretty, but
this is the
she's
Oscars.
like one of the biggest stars of the moment, and she should kind of, I don't know, dress the part, like have fun with it, go crazy. And then a very strange moment, I'm sure you'll agree, was Lady Gaga. Well, obviously it was strange.
But she was actually not that. She dressed strange last night. She was actually quite elegant, but
she was. But the red gloves. I mean, the gown was really beautiful, and apparently it took so long to make because it was encrusted with so many different things. But the gloves, I don't know, it reminded me of like these butcher's gloves, or like
maybe that was her one strange thing she got to
add. She
add.
needed one thing, of course. So I don't know, that was a bit strange, but still not very strange for Lady Gaga.
Well, there you have it, the best and worst moments from last night's Oscars. If you were up early this morning, let us know what you thought of the award ceremony in the comments section below.